What up? What up? What up? Benji the Ruler, Street Sweepers the Mafia, I Mob ENT CEO. We are live in the full effect with another episode. Virtual edition, okay? Living abroad. We are live with Lottie and When Furlow. They are located in Merida, Mexico. And we're going to interview them and ask them some things about their move and their process of living abroad. She is a professional chef, and he is a neuroscience major and chess guru. So we'll get into that. But first, I want to make a couple announcements. I know it's been a while. I've been super busy in studio now, filming the show in studio, and now we are over the radio area as well. If you guys don't know, they are BDS certified, and their streams will go from here to Guadalajara and Los Cabos. So they are highly widely known for the TV, media, radio production for this entire side of Mexico. All right. So birthday, the villa is paid for. We have the chef, cake. We got the games. Shout out to Young Miami. I got my Carisha roulette card game. I can't wait to play that. HHH Visual will be shooting the video. Shout out to DJ Bounce Back Kid. She will be DJing my birthday. So stay tuned for that. I got a couple different chefs. I got two different cake designers. Shout out to Romance Event Planner. She would be putting together, of course, my floral decorations. And shout out to Sage. I am going to fuck with you on the treats, so stay tuned for that. Shout out to Sage. She is a dope infused chef. So I got a couple different things lined up. Of course, we're gonna ATV. Of course, we're gonna zip line, parasail. Got a couple different things on there. So if you already RSVP, you are dope. You are amazing. I appreciate it. The majority of y'all sent y'all plus one information. Some of y'all still haven't. So if you can please send me your plus one information so that I can have everybody accounted for. Okay. So yeah, that's the announcements for the birthday. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Y'all already know what time it is. I got something else that I want to speak on as far as the birthday in a minute, but let me finish the announcement and then I'm gonna tie what I have to say with that into the message, and then we're gonna. All right. So Pride is this week. It started Wednesday. Okay, it is for 11 days. Like this is the longest Pride that I've ever experienced. Like 11 whole days. Like you're being extra gay for 11 days straight. Nah, but major shout out to Puerto Vallarta and the entire event planning, event coordinating crew. Shout out to all the sponsors, Hotel Mercurio. Shout out to CC. Shout out to Industry. Shout out to Kiki's Paradise, House of Kiki's Paradise. They are throwing their ball, the culture ball, on Monday at Industry. So major shout out to the Kiki House of Paradise. This is the first ball that will be thrown in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. So this is gonna be very epic. Okay. So major shout out to everybody who's involved with the Gay Pride. The ball is Monday. They have some conferences during the week. The block party and the parade is Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, lit. Okay, so major shout out to all of my friends. Safe travels. For those of you who are on your way, welcome. For those of you who are already here, and hope to see some of y'all out this week. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Gay Pride is now until the 28th. Okay, May 17th through 28th. So you guys got another week to get it in. Okay. So that's the Gay Pride announcements. Now we're gonna just go ahead and go into business. All right. Now this is a shift, and this is gonna take a quick little shift, but we have to get the message in this, and then from this we will go into the. All right. So y'all know, for those of you who know me personally, okay, you know I take my birthday very seriously. I've been taking my birthday seriously, I'll say for at least like a big function. I'll say at least minimum 10 years. Like minimum 10 years. And it's rent out a hotel, stretch Hummer, extravagant cakes, like extravagant locations, like gifts, like just out of the box, crazy, wild shit. Okay. And this year, well, of course, every year I do something different. I do something bigger. I do something better. I do something different. So this year I said I was gonna do. Well, last year I did 5 days of fuckery, and literally 5 days straight we did something different. Like there was the birthday breakfast, and then the birthday dinner, and then we ATV'd, we parasailed, we parasailed, we ATV'd, we zip lined, we did a lot of shit. Okay, literally 5 days straight. So this year I said I wanted to do seven. So I paid a designer, African, indigenous, black people of color, however you want to classify yourself. Some of us are aliens. Some of us are foreign nationals. Okay, I don't know what you identify. What you are? You black? Are you black? You black? I ain't black. But so I booked a designer that I was familiar with and that I had been building this relationship with, and I paid him for 7 looks. Okay, and usually, normally when I book a designer for shit, um, you know, they will sometimes give pictures of the process, or give you some type of. Sometimes they'll, majority of the time they will. But we're 3 months into the process, and money's been paid in full, and I haven't seen any pictures. I haven't gotten any confirmation that we're in the process of this or anything. And all of a sudden, I am not getting any responses. It's on the way, I'm almost done. But then the responses just stop, right? And now I'm like, well, bitch, my birthday is literally a month away. What the fuck am I going to wear? Although you know how I am, okay? I always dot my I's and cross my T's. So I already had another designer on deck designing a whole nother look anyway. Like this, I be knowing. So he blocked me on Instagram. Okay, I paid him for 7 looks. Okay, 7 looks. Not gonna expose who he is because I do things differently. Like I'm not gonna post and make a weird post and tag your name and like expose screenshots of the conversation and all kind of crazy shit like that. Although I could, but I'm not. I'm just not gonna take it there because I'm not gonna allow the situation to change who I am. Like I'm still gonna support my black indigenous people of color, like I said, whatever, however you want to classify yourself, I'm gonna still support my people. Okay. We all have a mission, we all have a purpose. And even if his purpose was to show me, like, look, you can't trust everybody, or look, bitch, find another designer, or look, like, you know what I'm saying? Just accept it for what it is, learn the lesson, and keep it moving. Right. So the reason why I brought y'all into that situation is because I um want y'all to understand that some of us really are supporting our people. Some of us are really trying. Some of us are really opening our doors for people. Some of us are really like connecting people in certain ways that their entire bloodline can flourish. Like people are opening their businesses, people are getting houses, cars, they're getting their credit right, they're owning shit. They're like, bro, we could, right? But of course, like I said, there are lessons on the way. Like there are going to be situations where, you're trying to help or support your people and something just, and sometimes we don't pay attention to our intuition. Sometimes you'll start getting the signs that something is off about a person or a situation. And you know what I'm saying? And I'll give you a slight example. I was supposed to interview, Lottie and Win a while back, and immediately, honestly, in the way that I move, I would take that as like, it not happening. I almost felt, a little disrespected, you know what I'm saying? But they had a legitimate reason because they were saying that the the weather or whatever. So, and I get that. Shit does happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little different. I probably would have Ubered to Starbucks. Bitch, I'm live. I'm ready. But everybody different. You feel me? So um some things are, meant, whether it is for a reason, a lesson, a blessing, or a season. You just take it for what it is, and keep it moving. If you know that you did, what you were supposed to do in your best interest, and you weren't trying to fucking, get over on anybody, and bitch, you'll never get a key to my shit. Okay. All right. So birthday announcements, gay pride, business, support your people, okay? Like put your people on if you can. Put your people in position, support their events, support their business. Like it's not hard, bro. But it's not like you can't expect that from everybody though, because some people are gonna support you and some people aren't. Some people have different ways that they show support. Everybody don't show support through social media. Some people might make a phone call for your ass. Some people might make a transfer for your ass. Some people might, be talking to somebody else and be like, hey, you should holler, blah, blah, blah. Like they might not want to be directly associated with the connection, but they'll connect you. Like I've had people that don't really, all the way there with me, but they'll still like, okay, right here. And I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Thank you. Yeah, okay. Teamwork and dream work, baby. You know? But like all in all, for real, like play your position, bro. We're gonna talk about Mexico living abroad real quick before we break it. Like we are in a dope position. Positioning is very important right now. And something else I want to say, it's cool if everybody's healers, that's fine. If that's who you are, what you do, we're all healers to some degree. But can we get some more like tax professionals, like bookkeepers, you know what I'm saying? Accountants. Can we get like some different, we need more beauty professionals. We ain't got no hair products. Like it's certain shit that y'all know. Come on. I know when I go out shopping and I look on the shelves, I just be seeing gel. I don't see nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool because we make it do what it do. Because they got real raw shea butter. They got all kind of natural shit. We can make some shit now. But still, y'all get what I'm saying. So yeah, look out for your people, support your people, share the shit. Share your shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a whole website, bro. A whole website. You can book your virtual interview. You can book your in studio interview. You can book your business advertising. You can go on my website and book that shit. If you haven't went on my website and booked that shit, I don't owe you no post, no mention, no interview, no acknowledge. I don't. I'm just being honest, bro. I post it when I'm ready, or if I feel like it. If I don't, I don't. I'm being real. But if I'm invited to something, I'm definitely gonna, I'm gonna come. You know what I'm saying? I might get some footage and shit. I might post it. I'm probably gonna send it to you. More than likely, I'll send it directly to you. But if you haven't paid me to market or promote nothing, it's been a long journey, sweetie. I'm at 100K. This shit took a lot of work. And this me all day, every day. Like I'm not faking for y'all. I'm not capping for y'all. This is not a fucking front. This is me. This the same me you gonna get when I'm out at these restaurants, or at these clubs, at these beach parties, or at these events. This the same me you gonna get, and I'm not concerned about the places that I'm not invited to because I'm not supposed to be there. Them ain't my people. I'm focused on the people that are working, that are executing, that are pushing the drive, that are walking in their purpose. I give a fuck about somebody playing the game that play the game all day or that's fucking. Come on, bro. You better find you something to do, somebody to play with. Okay, support your people like you support these fucking celebrities. Your people don't even know y'all. People don't give a damn about you or what you got going on. They already rich. Support your people. Support your motherfucking people. Them people already rich. They don't give a fuck about what you got going on. And y'all really be investing in these people's lives, giving y'all opinion about what they doing and who they screwing and what type of shit they got going. We building legacies over here. We ain't trying to talk about that. Let's talk about money. Can we talk about money? Can we talk about business? Can y'all explain to me why y'all respond more to like drama and catty shit than fucking business and positive shit? People out here really working and putting their life and their business and their brand and their money on the line. And we get no engagement for this shit. But as soon as y'all see some drama or some bullshit, y'all ready to comment, y'all ready to share, y'all ready to kick cackle. What type of business you on? And I ain't perfect at all. I never claim to be perfect, but I promise you, anybody that came to me and paid me for a service, they got what the fuck they were supposed to get. And if they didn't, it wasn't meant. I'm not putting no extra pressure on nothing. I'm the pressure. Support your people. There's business etiquette. Let's talk about business etiquette real quick. Like I said, this situation with me with the looks, I'm pissed the fuck off. I like the motherfucker ain't responding. I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I already had another designer creating some shit, blah, blah, blah. But my business etiquette, no, I ain't gonna make a post, tag you, expose your name and all that. I am gonna mention it because I have to get it off. Because anytime you carry that type of energy or that type of, grudge or, resentment or about certain situations, like you have to release that shit. For me, I have to release that shit, bro. I can't carry on, you know what I'm saying, knowing that shit fucking with me. I done spent, I'm finna find you. But everybody's different. Some people will post on social media like, "Oh, this person, you're a fraud, bitch. You ain't shit." And it's like, okay, all right. I mean, if you needed that clout or some followers or whatever, all right, cool. If you needed it at the time, I'm glad I could help you. Go ahead, get the fuck on. Get the fuck on. I played my part. You played yours. Have a good life. And like I'm having to get comfortable with that sometimes because everybody can't go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own journey or their own path that they gotta walk. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be okay sometimes with blessing them and letting them go. Like detachment is the key right now. Don't get attached to nothing. And you don't own nobody. You don't own a motherfucking thing. You don't own a motherfucking thing. Just because you say, and even when it comes to paperwork, bitch, I don't give a fuck how much you pay when you close. You still don't own it. I don't know. All right, so business etiquette, like share your shit, promote your people, pay for their services. If you can work, network, join forces for those of you, at least try. You know what I'm saying? Have a little compassion when you can. Like if you're trying, let's focus on that part. Let's focus on the fact that we are building as a collective. We are starting to like the energy is picking up. We making moves. We're on the virtual conferences. We're on the call. Some of y'all been doing this for a long time. We salute y'all OGs like Wendy, Yana. We salute y'all, all the OGs. It's a lot of y'all. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for the work that y'all have been putting in over the years. And one of the things that I mostly hear from a lot of the OGs, like, I'm so glad it's more of us coming over here. It wasn't nobody but me. Like, we got you. We here. It's okay. Make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why we here. Let's zero in on that. What is the purpose here? Why are we here? Why are we being aligned with this person? What's going on? What the fuck do we need to be doing? And drama ain't it. Okay. It's gonna come with it because everybody ain't came up on the same principles, morals, and codes. You know what I'm saying? So everybody gonna move a little different. So a lot of us need a little tweaking. You know what I'm saying? I need a little tweaking on emotional intelligence because I be ready to cut a motherfucker off. I don't be giving a fuck sometimes. Like for real, bro. I tried. All right, cool, nigga. I don't like repeating myself. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta ask you more than one time to do some shit, bitch, it's I done paid somebody to do it. I ain't got time. I'm not finna. All right. So, support your people. Like I support these motherfucking celebrities. Have some business etiquette when you're doing business with each other. Bro, we already at war with so many people. There's no way we need to be at war with each other for real. Like this is the last thing we need to be showing them or anybody. You done had the bullshit in the States. Now we come over here with the no. It's not a good look. Y'all see how loyal they are to each other? Do y'all see how supportive the Mexicans are? Do you see how loyal how they support each other? It makes no sense for us to not. And we on their land. Don't bring that shit over here, bro. Because I swear, I'm trying my best to support my people. I'm trying my best to do what the fuck I can. I ain't perfect. I still got some work to do. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot knock a nigga for trying versus a nigga that ain't doing nothing. Male representation. We rarely have that. The homies is not coming. Where the fuck? Why the fuck is where the y'all? What's the problem, bro? What you running from? We gotta face some issues sooner or later, bro. Whether you do it on the open platform or whether you do it in the mirror, that's where it's gonna hurt the worst. For real, because you're gonna have to look at yourself and accept yourself for whatever it is that you are or aren't doing, or whatever it is that yeah. I have to deal with it every day. But I know I'm actively making steps. And I see me at my highest potential. I see it every day. And I make a step toward it every motherfucking day. Every day I'm blessed to live. And I'm not letting now one of you motherfuckers get in the way. How about it? All right. Pay attention to detail, pay attention to dates and time. Like, bro, now the dates and time thing is another thing with me. I'm gonna be so honest with y'all right now because I've been in the Astros a lot lately. I haven't even been on fucking Earth for real. So the dates and the times these days, bro. Does anybody know? You know. Okay. So we're gonna get into this interview. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how it is. I got a birthday coming up soon. It is Gay Pride. Get out, get active, get involved. Show advertisement promo on any of my social media platforms. I have a price list. I'll send it out to you. Like it for any businesses, for any artists. Wild Out Wednesdays. Okay, every other Wednesday we're doing a music review live from the TV radio station. Okay, so this is a chance for you to get spins in Mexico. Tap in. I'll be live Wednesday at the station. Tap in 2 to 4. You already know the vibes, okay? Artists, tap the fuck in. Open mic nights, stay tuned. I ain't gonna say too much. And yeah, that's it. So we have Lottie and Win in the queue, and we're gonna go ahead and bring them in. They are currently in Merida, Mexico, and it is a beautiful thing right now for real to see. And not only Mexico, like I got people who, that I'll be interviewing that's in Bali. I got some that's in Africa. I got some that's in Brazil, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. Motherfuckers is everywhere right now. I'm texting somebody the other day and he like, well, bitch, we'll be in South of France. So I'm like, okay, I'll be in Egypt tonight. That's how the conversations need to be. That's what you know what I'm saying. All right, so let's bring in Lottie and Win, and we're live in full effect. This is the Real Right Show. Yo, hold on, we gotta here we go.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Real Right Show.
Having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
We are live in full effect. This is Lottie and Win. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lottie Furlow, Mrs.
And I am Win Furlow, Mr.
All right, this is Lottie and Win. They actually just did the HGTV House International show. They came, to their home, and they did y'all give like a slider tour or whatever, and of Merida. Merida, you guys are located in Merida. How long have y'all been there?
Almost a year and a little bit, just a little bit now.
A year and
yeah.
some change now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and y'all making moves already. Came ready to.
Every day we're making moves, man.
Let them know what y'all do.
Okay, by way of profession right now, I am a professional chef. Lottie's Mozzle is my beautiful passion that I've birthed to the world and sharing my culinary skills basically here in Merida.
Yep. And I am Win. I'm an entrepreneur who sells real estate here in Mexico. I also help co-manage Lottie's Morzell. In addition, I am an avid chess player looking to start a chess club here in Mexico. I'm also an author of a book called Keeping Your Brain Active. It's available on our YouTube channel. Several things encompass me as an individual, so I kind of feel like it's hard to narrow down exactly what it is I do, if that makes sense.
Right, because I mean, honestly, nowadays, like it makes sense for you to be multifaceted and to have multiple streams of revenue. One thing is not gonna do it. I can remember the days when they used to be like, just pick one thing and perfect it. Well, I'm a man of many motherfucking things. So tell us a little bit about y'all journey to Mexico. Excuse my language. Y'all know this is the Real Right Show. We're gonna get real right.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm gonna start that one. Our journey started almost 2.5 years ago, in the midst of the pandemic, something we were all enduring for the first time in our lifetime. And we got married, decided to get married in 2020. And just after we got married, everything shut down.
Everything was closed.
Yeah, the countries went like on lockdown, and we were like, okay, my husband is from the US and I'm from the UK. We're trying to figure out where to go. Basically,
right.
We didn't want to be stranded apart for God knows how long it was going to be for, right? And we started like looking for places to live.
We're looking at different places. First things first, I was just I was praying to God, and I was reaching the source. I was like, show me a way to have me and my wife able to live.
Oh my God, I love that, because you actually yes, it makes it so much better and genuine that way when you talk to God or your ancestors to confirm before you make certain moves. Yes.
Right. So I knew God was going to lead the steps. I knew trusting in He was going to lead the steps. And then we're looking at different places. We're looking at Aruba. Aruba is too expensive. We're looking at different islands in the Caribbean. A lot of countries are closed down again. So European countries as well, they're all closed down. And then for some reason, I heard a voice say, just why not look at Mexico? So I'm like, Mexico?
Right.
I was like, okay, let me just look. So I literally got on Airbnb, and then like we're looking at places across Mexico,
Different areas.
like Puerto Morales. We saw rent there was going for like dirt cheap, and we're like, you know what, like this actually might be an option. And we started doing research on it, and then
you looking at the prices, and it's like shit, just half.
Yeah.
Like 2 times less than that.
Yes.
It was serendipity. I believe our story has always been like that. I believe it's funny how we landed into Mexico and we were like, "What? These prices?" We were like thinking maybe there's something wrong with Airbnb's app or something but no. Lo and behold, it was true. We secured a 6 months rental in Puerto Morales, and we packed our bags, and we knew both of us could stay in Mexico for up to 6 months.
Yeah.
The plan was to stay in Mexico for only 6 months. It's been 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So 2.5 years is more than enough time to experience the culture. And I also see that you guys are moving around to like different areas, like, because I want to go to Mexico City too. Like, you found your paradise, but it's like you still want to explore because Mexico is so big.
Yeah.
Like, Mexico is so big. So how was the trip to Mexico City?
Brilliant. Absolutely amazing.
Oh,
Can't
gosh.
fault it. Yeah.
Y'all went to the pyramids?
We didn't get to. It was a very short trip. Probably next time.
We got to plan a trip to go see the pyramids. I want to go, man.
Yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great. That would be fantastic.
Yeah. We loved it. As a chef, the first thing I wanted to try out is the food, because I've had so much good stuff about the food, and it was splendid. It was so good. So good.
And the thing I loved about Mexico City was too, you also didn't get that big city madness that you get in the States. And like big cities like New York and LA, it just seemed
London.
very lower London, it just
Chill.
seemed chilled out, and like people,
not busy, not busy.
Right. Yeah. And then Mexico City also has lots of trees, like lots of trees, and the whole architecture and design of the city.
Yes, when you think about the architectural design, and then the land and the agricultural.
Yes.
How rich, the food is, and the crystals are, and like just like the livestock, everything is just, the food tastes different. It's healthier. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the when you think about it, the meat, certain stuff don't even look the same anymore. When it comes to certain stores. So it's like, when you have access to going to the markets or like the neighborhood, botanicals or whatever, it's like, for me, it's healthier, it's cheaper, and stuff like that. So y'all been there for about 2 years, 2.5 years. Tell me how you got into being a chef. How did you, I'm gonna bring this to Mexico, and then you got a twist to it because you have themed events to go with your food. And like, this is the type of shit that I be on. And major shout out to Wendy and Two Girls with Good Taste. Like, this is finna be some epic shit. Elite excursions, how did you get into the chef experience?
Oh my goodness, where do I start? So, by the way, I didn't introduce myself properly. Like my husband said, we are not just one trick pony, but lots of tricks we do. By way of profession. By way of profession, I'm a lawyer first. I always say that because that's what I went to school for. I went to law school, and that was what I was practicing for over 10 years. But cooking has been my life, has been my passion. I've been cooking since I was 12 years old, since I can remember, I feel like. And I wrote my first cookbook, self-published on Amazon back in 2018. I think that was my journey starting, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to embark on this journey of monetizing I feel like it's a gift I was given at birth, right? And then about over 6 months ago, I would say, if I'm very spiritual, we're both very spiritual, my husband and I, and like he said to you, source is key, whatever you call him, God, whatever name you've given him, something higher power, that's the creator of this world we live in. And I just woke up one day, my husband's been singing on this, just do it, you're a very good cook, just do it. And one day I woke up and I had a vision. I can't explain the vision, but the vision was go onto social media and ask if people are ready for a culinary experience, and you're going to do a Kenyan night because that's my ethnicity. And the first thing that came on my head was Arabian Nights, because a lot of our cuisine from East Africa is, it's got a lot of Arabic, Indian, Portuguese influences in it.
Yes.
I took a piece. I remember taking a sticky note, and I didn't want to lose the thought, and I started writing it down. And literally, I called my husband. I said, "This is what we're going to do. I'm doing this."
Maybe once you start writing it down,
I know.
Yes.
shit get real.
And I was on board with it because I was like, look, baby, you are a brilliant chef. Like, my wife's cooking is absolutely phenomenal. So I knew that no matter what, we were going to succeed in doing this.
Yeah,
Correct.
I agree. I agree. And I think my biggest fear now I call false evidence appearing real, was failing in something I loved, right? And I'm so thankful. Every day I wake up, I'm like, I'm so thankful I took this step and courage to do it, and trust in, in my gifts, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in God, and in your husband, and him in
Mhm.
you, because I can feel the balance. Like, I can feel like you both work, like, are connected in a whole nother way, and y'all are able to communicate and execute certain things. This is dope. I like it. All right. So, what is okay? So, when you got the vision to have the Harambe Nights already, um, and was finding the house hard, like, because it was that first, it was the play, because when you first find that you've been on your journey, you've been there for over 2 years, but I kind of want to paint the picture of, like, you finding your house, and then
Okay.
okay, well, like, piece it together, so that, because it's quite a journey. It's quite
No,
a journey.
I agree. I agree with you, Benji. And we started our journey actually down in Quintana Roo. So we started from Cancun.
Yeah.
Then we lived in Puerto Morales. And then we moved to Playa del Carmen. And then we moved
Right.
to Akumal. So
Yeah, get him the journey, because, like, people are like, well, why did you choose? And it's like, well, I feel like he chose me, because I went to other
Right.
places before, and things just didn't happen like how they happened here.
And it's about
And
the journey too.
I really feel like it'll choose you. Like, I feel like it'll call you.
it's
Absolutely.
funny you say that. So we moved when we actually arrived in Mexico. I would say a month into it. We had about Merida from a YouTuber that we were so much aspiring to, seeing his videos and everything. Because we also have a channel. We started a channel by then, and he was our channel, and he mentioned Merida, and we were like, it's so funny how we went online, put on Merida just to see what it was, and just by looking on the maps and showing us where Merida was and how far the beach was,
Yes.
we were spoiled. Like Playa del Carmen, Puerto Morales, the beach is very close to us. So we were like, oh no, Merida is not a no-go.
Yeah.
And then funny enough, we kept on meeting people and the name kept on popping up all the time.
All the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And something was just slowly drawing us into Merida as like, and we love that it's very family orientated here. It's very spread out, relaxed,
And then just to mention again, you guys, they were on HGTV, the House Hunters International show, and they were able to experience that, and I think that was a dope opportunity for you guys. And they are passing the torch. They've released the information for anybody who's interested. I think that's a dope thing as well. Sid, what is your favorite type of cuisine? And give us a little bit of your culinary background.
Okay, where do I start? I have loads of favorite meals I can cook, but my signature dish, I think most of you have heard about biryani, and you've had the biryani probably from the Indian side, but you haven't tested Lottie's biryani, because that's my signature meal. I've been cooking it for so many years. I make it in chicken, I make it in vegan form, I make it in fish form, I make it in meat form, like red meat. We're using lamb, and it is absolutely splendid.
It's brilliant.
I use the most authentic spices. The majority of the spices are shipped because I use organic spices only, and it's very hard to source them in Mexico sometimes. But the most expensive
Yes, it is. When I go grocery shopping, it is. But I'm glad we do have one place where You have like your Lottie seasoning, your Zatarans, crab boil stuff, and certain pastas and rices and mixes that they don't have in the normal stores here.
Yeah, I agree. And the most expensive spice that I use in this dish is saffron. And saffron is sold in grams. And I say grams, it's tiny bit of it. It's like this, it's like the gold of spice, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's my signature dish. I mean, everyone should try it. I probably need to come.
Saffrons?
Sorry, saffron.
Saffrons?
Saffron, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and give it like some background. Like, did you grow up cooking? Like, did your mother cook? Like, did your sisters, your
Yes.
family cook? Did everybody
For
cook?
sure, cooking has always been a cultural thing for us. I cooked because of my grandmother, because of my mother, because of my aunties, cousins. I would say the whole
Right.
family. It
Yes.
brings people together.
Everybody know how to cook.
Yeah, everyone. It was almost like a thing that we all come together in the kitchen, and I loved growing up and having that sense of family. You know, which I feel like a lot of the Western world right now with us, we're like, oh, you know, my little space. But growing up, I just remember seeing cousins, aunties, grandma cooking, and that was a true inspiration for me. And all the recipes I've learned, and even the ones I create myself now, have all been inspired because of that. You know?
Yes, yes. And then okay, so like when you create and curate your events and the themes come to mind, you just like you automatically say, okay, well, it's gonna be this theme and it's gonna be this food to match that theme. Like everything has to like it. I get it.
It's brilliant how my wife is able to pick and match and pair every single thing to the finest detail.
I mean, all the way to the decorations, to the music,
Everything.
costumes, the drinks.
Everything.
Every little thing. Like this
We
is
gonna
my
make something happen, yeah.
I've got a third event coming up next weekend, actually on the 27th of May. For anyone who's coming to Merida, please
let them
buy
know.
the tickets. You know, the selling very fast is an intimate dining experience, and I can tell you now, Benji, it's like I think about every little tiny bit, and all my guests who've come to these events have wondered how I came up with the idea. I feel for me, dining is not just by eating; it's by experiencing.
It's an experience.
It's an experience.
All our senses as well, our eyes, our smell,
Yes.
feel, everything. It's a whole experience. And I want them leaving there healed, loved, enjoyed. I think we've lost him. I think.
Oh, where'd he go?
Oops. Ooh.
Oh, we're getting ready to eat. It's like a whole experience. Like it really makes you look at every dining situation as an experience, and it makes you want to think deeper and more intentional on who you eat with, where you eat, the type of foods you eat, what you're experiencing while you're eating with certain individuals, what happens after. Like you really start dissecting the whole. It's an experience. So, what do you know about hygiene in the kitchen and safety?
Oh, a lot. So a lot of people would know this, but when I was in law school, I worked in the most well-known restaurant in the world, McDonald's, and I was trained as a shift. I know I was a trained shift manager. I went to McDonald's University. For those who don't know, they have yes, and I had to train for 6 months, and I had to go to do my exams, which you go to Finchley, London. Oh my God, they have that amazing university there, amazing, beautiful McDonald's restaurant in there.
McDonald's are different in other countries too. They're not the same.
Yeah. So that's where my training, I would say, with culinary hygiene and all that comes from, because gold standard is something they do not let down in, and that's why they're able to survive right now as a brand for many, many, many years. Right.
All right. So how do you ensure like you have enough like staff and help for your guests? Because I know you got your husband with you, but do you decide to keep it like a minimum 10 people, 20 people? Because I like my events to be a little more like private, like members only type shit, you know, so like 10 20, like the villa that I rented for my birthday, they're only allowing maximum 30 people. And like I really only want 15. But I'm gonna do the, you know what I'm saying? So how do you ensure that you have enough people to ensure that everybody's
Yeah, I definitely think planning, right? I plan a lot and I see in terms of numbers, like this time I'm looking to expand. I always do about 10. I've done it a little bit bigger than that. It's about 16. So I'm raised the numbers a little bit, but still under 20 because I want to make it intimate. In terms of staff, I always ensure that we have enough people. Me and my husband could do 10. Now we're looking to add another person to assist the event because it's more than what we usually do. Because I don't want the experience to be faulted in any way. I want everyone to feel the same way, the same experience they had, and like
or maybe hire 2 waiters or a server, while you can, move around and entertain your guests and stuff. It's always good to have a team for that, especially when you know that like your dinners are growing. Give me 3 kitchen tools that you can't live without.
Whew, that's a good question. What I cannot live with? Oh wow, my knife. I go with it everywhere.
Right.
That sounds really, but it's
you
just
can do everything with that.
Yeah. I can use other people's knives, but it doesn't feel the same way in my hand. I don't know why. I can't explain that. Another tool is for me is I don't know what to say, salt. But the reason why I say salt is I use very authentic ingredients. Pink salt, Himalayan salt, I believe it's got a very lot of healing properties that a lot of people probably will be beneficial to. So I always outsource where I get it from because there's a lot of, fakeness going around. So I'm very sure to make sure the salt I buy, I don't use from other people's homes, even if I'm doing private dining in there.
Right. Yes.
I carry my own salt. Right. It changes, and the change of the flavor. It's different if you use white salt, normal.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Another thing I would say for me, I think my spices. My spices are like gold for me. They're like diamonds. I cannot even talk with them. I mean, they make the magic. My husband usually teases me, and I'm an eyeballer. I don't measure, which is really bad, but it's just something I.
No, that's good. The ancestors will tell you when to stop.
Thank you. That's what he says. Like stop. When they say.
You know what's up, bro. You know what's up.
They tell you when to stop.
So, real quick, we are live on Instagram on my phone, so I want to let you guys know. We are live on YouTube right now with Lottie and Win Furlow from Merida, Mexico. We have been on the interview for about a good 30 minutes right now. Right now, we're just talking to Lottie about her culinary experience as a chef, and we'll be speaking with Win shortly about his chess experience and ask him a couple questions about neuroscience. All right, so give me some professional chefs or brands that you follow on social media that inspire you, or give us some people that inspired your chef experience.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna say it comes from home first. My grandmother and mother were exceptional, chefs. I wish people knew them. I wish people tasted their food. That's the most inspiring thing for me. For now, I don't have anyone particularly I follow on social media, but there is a female chef that is truly inspirational. Her name is Dominique Crane, and she's the only female chef to attain a 3 Michelin star in her restaurant in the US.
Wow. Hold on. Who was that again?
Dominique Crane.
Dominique Crane?
Crane, yeah. Crane, like CRENN.
CRENN. Oh, Crane. Okay.
And her motto, one of our famous motto is being a chef is about feeding people, which is a part of all humanity. And that for me is truly inspirational because I believe in the gift of me being given the gift of cooking is to share my gift and to feed the world.
Yes.
It brings us all together. Like, who doesn't eat? Every single day we eat, right?
Everybody.
Right.
yeah, and so for me, that's really touching. And also, as a female chef, to attain that 3-star Michelin star is absolutely inspirational, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a dope experience, Tom, to be able to feed people and to see the expressions on their faces while they're eating your food, and like it's no talking, they done clean the plates, people licking their fingers and shit. um what is your signature dish, and what is it that people love so much about it? Give us your favorite dish that you love cooking.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned this before that I love cooking biryani, and I think my first event, I did cook biryani as my meal. I wanted to showcase that first to the world, and it went down so well. A lot of the people who came had never tasted Kenyan food. Actually, everyone on the table had never eaten
Yeah,
Kenyan
nobody
food.
tasted it. Yeah.
So I was like, "Ooh, okay, I need to live up to this expectation." And it was phenomenal. And I realized then that this was my calling. I remember when they left, I want to get emotional about it, but I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I was crying. And those were not tears of pain or anything. These were tears of joy because I realized then that I found my calling.
Yes.
And it's truly inspirational in the sense of I pray for everyone else out there who's searching for that why are they here to find.
Searching their why.
Yes, and to get that answer and to live life through the gift they were given at birth and share it with the world. That is my prayer.
Man, listen, that is so powerful, just that small statement that you just made, because it is an amazing feeling to know that you found your place, you found your purpose, you have found your why.
Mhm.
You have found your why, and you are executing, and you are believing in yourself, and you are believing in your brand, and you are believing in your powers, and you are believing in your marriage, you are believing your business. You believe that your skills will carry you. You believe that your ancestors will protect you.
Amen.
Amen.
You
Amen.
believe that you have what it takes.
Mhm.
And there's so many lost souls out there that aren't walking in their purpose, or don't know their why, or some don't even know why they exist. So I really believe it takes people like us who have made the decision to walk in their purpose and to continue. Because it's one thing to get started, but it's another thing to continue and to keep going.
Thank you. Mhm.
It's one thing to have it, but it's another thing to maintain it and to keep that momentum up.
Mhm.
So I applaud y'all. I salute y'all. This is Black excellence, regardless of what level it's at. I think it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? What is your favorite or least favorite dish to prepare? Now,
Oh,
what you just don't like cooking? If you got a client that says, "Hey, I want some liver pudding," can you make this? What is your what is your least favorite dish to
oh,
prepare?
interesting. I don't think I have any ingredient or food that I don't like cooking. I'm a foodie by nature. I cannot think of anything right now, but I can say this. I think I always believed in appreciating every single ingredient and its taste. I think that's when, as a true chef and as a true culinary, artist, if I should say, is when you can tell that every ingredient brings something to the table, and bringing it together is alchemy, and that creates the dish that people enjoy. I can't think of any dish that I wouldn't appreciate cooking because I've made and came up with recipes top of my head in a few minutes. And
Like bomb, right?
Right. Yes.
so I think even if someone said I should make them some pudding out of liver, I'll probably somehow make it taste really good.
I like liver pudding. Like liver pudding. And if you fry it right, I'll take some fried liver and rice and gravy.
Oh, I love it. I love it
If
too.
you
We eat that.
fry it right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So yeah.
Really true.
Um,
Mhm.
have you had any challenges in finding certain ingredients since you've been here in Mexico?
Yes, for sure, for sure. Most of the ingredients, I think, because they're, like I said to you, Arabic, Indian, and Portuguese inspired, I do have
Mhm.
to outsource them, and I have to fly them in sometimes from England.
Right.
Just because I'm more familiar with growing up in England and being able to find where the nice ingredients are and spices. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I can probably find them in Merida in due time once I get to know the place much more, you know.
Yeah.
Correct.
And
Correct.
it's probably going to be cheaper for me to buy them from Mexico rather than import them. But yeah, at the
Yes,
moment, I
indeed.
have to, some spices I have to import. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. Have you where do you see yourself in your business in 5 years? Because you're
Mm,
off to a good start. Where do you see your business in 5 years?
in 5 years, God willing, I see Lottie's Moselle, probably a few restaurants, and not only in Mexico, but around the world.
Other countries.
Yeah, around the world. I want the whole world to be able to taste my cuisine and be able to know Kenyan cuisine because I feel like you can taste Caribbean, you can taste Nigerian fufu and egusi soup, and I love other people's cuisine, but you never hear Kenyan cuisine as something that people know about. So
This is true. This is
mhm,
true.
that's my vision. Several restaurants around the world.
This is true. That is it. This definitely a lane that you to captivate right now. Yeah, yeah. And how do you okay, so you have the chef business, right?
Mhm.
Now, as far as at home, like at home, do you cook these? Do you have like these like pop-up ideas where you just want to try something different or you want to cook this specific dish and you cook it at home first and he tries it and then you're like, yeah, we're gonna put that on.
All the time.
All the time. Like
All the
he
time.
will tell you, I
I
can.
just called it out. Okay, cool. I
You
get it.
called it out. Like I probably every dish we've had is different, right? I
Right,
always try
right.
and be like spontaneous, and I don't want
Yeah.
him to get bored, which he will not. I keep on
Never,
saying
never.
because
Right, right. She like,
he's like,
Like I've seen my wife come up with like different salads on a whim. Like we have this
yeah.
ingredient, we have that ingredient, we can do
yes.
this, and everything like salads. Like
Even whatever we have in the pantry, I can make. You can give me 3 ingredients in your pantry, and I'll make something
yeah,
from it. Like I'll
Yeah,
definitely.
and then salad, I like you wouldn't even think like, just growing up, you would just think of regular salad. But like now when you grow, you get older and you start experiencing different things and you start seeing different chefs and it's like a salad. You can mix it and
Yeah,
make it in so many different ways.
yeah.
absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
I agree.
I've had an apple, it was apple, raisins, and pecans, and I think it had some spinach and romaine lettuce. It was like a lettuce and spinach mix, but it was so good. I was like, apples, pecans, what? But it was so good, yeah.
Yeah.
So now I want to get into the brother Win, real quick. Hold on one second. Get off Instagram. BNG the Ruler, Street Sweeps, the Mafia, I Mob, ENT CEO. We're live in the booth. Want to catch the rest of it. All right, cool. So yeah, so bro, went to college for neuroscience, right? And ended up being an avid chess player. What was the transition? How did you transition from that into this? And
Well,
it saved at 11:11. It saved at 11 minutes and 11 seconds.
oh wow,
Wow.
bless, bless.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been playing chess since I was a young kid. One
Mhm.
day after school, I just stayed after school one day, and I, remember going to chess club, and I was just so drawn to it. So I told my dad, and then my dad eventually starts training me in chess. Like we literally played like over 2,000 games in a row, and he just constantly beat me. So my skill level began to rise there. And then, chess is something that I've always carried with me. And, even at UT Dallas, when I graduated there, I was playing in the chess club. So it's just something that's kind of transitioned over to right now. And I see that, a lot of people here in Mexico do not play chess. And I'm like, I could teach chess over here. I could do this over here. So that's kind of where it is right now.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct. Because I don't like see any like chess leagues, and stuff like that. I've even talked to a few people about starting a bowling league, maybe a softball league or baseball league, something just, Um, so with learning to master and play um chess, right? Have you thought about starting like have you thought about starting a chess league and
absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely thinking about starting a chess league or just a group of like-minded people who can we can play with, compete with, and then just kind of
yes,
create something to where we can all grow together. Like chess is really a good sport, and I'm going to call it a sport. It's so good for your mind. It teaches you so many things about life, and it's something that I'm very passionate about. I'm sure a lot of people have seen Queen's Gambit. That's an excellent show. Um, yeah, I've read chess books, but actually, I think it would be something that once brought here, actual chess league, like who knows where it can go. We can compete internationally, and it would be great to be a leader of a chess league here in Mexico, where we're able to compete in countries all across the world. So yeah, I kind of
yes,
see
it
that one day.
would. Yeah, that's a great idea. And I think if it came, if it comes to you, God will provide the tools necessary to
Amen.
make it happen.
Absolutely,
Amen.
You
Yeah.
just have to put in the work.
absolutely,
That's the only part. We have to put in the work. But I promise you, if you put in the work, everything else will manifest, bro. You
yeah,
can't just say you're going to manifest something and there's no work involved in the manifestation. That is what helps activate
right,
The working part.
the
absolutely.
manifestation. So, um, what do you think is important to know, um, being a black or a black person of color, indigenous, African American? What do you think it is important to know?
That's a really good question. And also, I want to add to that what is important about being a black man in Mexico. I would say that number one, establishing social connections with a diverse group of people that can help create a support system. That's the most important thing. So once you establish those connections and you meet the right people and you put that energy into the universe, it will attract the right people into your lives. And then from there, you just build. And then another thing I would say is important is just learning the language here in Mexico is very important.
Yes,
At least attempting, even if it's a little bit, just enough to get you by, because the locals want to see you at least attempt, because maybe they don't speak English. So if you can just a simple greeting, buenas tardes, buenos dias, buenas noches, just knowing how to maneuver about in Spanish, and you grow from there. So yeah, absolutely.
very, very valid and very valid points that you made because for one, establishing a connection with people, aligning with your tribe is very important. Now, I'll be honest and say that my first year and a half, I went dolo. I went dolo like there was no, I didn't have any, I really didn't even know we had people here type shit,
Mhm.
because when I would go out, when I first got here, when I would go out, there wasn't any, like I would see every one black person every other day or so, if that, so once I finally got connected though with our people, it was a better feeling to know that there was some type of support system. There was a developing
Absolutely.
community. We had people, we were building, we were making moves, we were having meet and greets, we're having events, and to some degree we're holding each other accountable to certain things too, because this is large, this is bigger than life,
Right.
what we're doing right now, and to
Yeah.
be in this position seriously, but I can also agree with you when you say learning the language. That is very important. That is
Absolutely.
that is
Absolutely.
that is leverage on another level.
Yeah.
And they love that and they respect that and they are intrigued by it because they know that you actually care and you actually respect them and you actually give a fuck.
Absolutely.
Although it is a challenge too, when it's like when they're a little stubborn, and they only want to speak Spanish. Fuck it, no habla inglés. All right, cool, homie, cool. All right, fuck it.
Yeah.
But I'll push the envelope in Spanish, and it's like they're like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bien español. And I can get better. I'm still taking Spanish classes, but I think I'm doing good, for it. And like I said, the conversations flow better, the energy is better. You get connected in certain areas that others may not, so and it shows that you respect the land.
Absolutely.
Another thing that I think it is important for Black men in Mexico to know is that it is okay. Like, it is okay to live. It is okay to come
Right.
out. It is
Right.
okay to
Yeah.
come to the events. It is okay to
To walk the
support your
streets.
people. It is okay to participate. It is okay to
Absolutely.
engage. I also want them to know that they are safe.
Yes.
Whether
Yes.
regardless of what you hear or you think you a lot of times you attract the energy that you put out or that you're thinking about, right? A lot of times people will manifest their own situations due to negative thoughts or due to doubt or due to fear, so I want them to know that they are safe. Okay, so what is your proudest achievement to this day?
That's a very good question. So I'm gonna have to say my proudest achievement to this day is marrying my wife, the beautiful woman beside me.
Oh my God, I'm finna cry. Give me some tissue.
Oh my God.
And I'm not just saying that just to say that. I'm saying that because um,
Oh my God.
I'm saying that because I actually mean it. Like when I look back on our wedding and then us dating and all the things we've been through, um, when I first laid eyes on my wife, when we first met, something in my soul, in my spirit said, "When you have to marry this woman," and I listened to that voice. I listened to that voice. I told myself, no matter what happens in this world, I'm going to marry her. I'm going to marry
Oh
her.
wow.
And we got married, and it's
crying.
Don't
Do
cry.
it. Let
Don't
it
cry.
out. Damn it.
God.
I'm proud. I have a beautiful wife. I have a chef. I have a lawyer wife. My wife is absolutely brilliant,
Oh,
and
thank you, babe.
the energy that she brings with me, she brings out the best in me,
Thank
the
you.
absolute best in me.
I can
And
tell, yes. And you
yes,
should pour that, and you make sure you pour that same energy into her. Damn it.
yes, yes.
Times 10.
And every day I thank God for this woman next to me. Every single day I thank God. And I don't ever wish that I take her for granted. And I don't. Every day I love her more and more. And I make a conscious decision every day to choose to fall in love with her.
Wow.
That is beautiful. Oh my God. And this is so inspirational
Oh,
because
stop it. Oh
like
my
I
God.
want people to know that it is still possible. It is
Yeah.
still some genuine, loving, supportive people out there. You can still find your soulmate or your true love. I still got hope.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
I
Yeah.
still got hope. They out there somewhere. But
And quick story.
yeah, go ahead.
Quick story. It's actually funny how we met. We actually met
I was
online.
finna ask y'all that.
So, but look, check this out. I'm gonna let my wife share some of this story. I'm gonna give the pre-story. So we actually met online. This was 2015, right? 2015. And before we met, one of my boys in Houston, he's real big into tech. He's like
Like
real
on
big.
a dating app?
Yeah, we met on a dating app.
What dating app?
Shall we say?
Have a guess.
Have a guess.
Go ahead.
Just
Tinder.
guess. Yes, we met on Tinder.
Oh shit. Let me call Tinder so we can get our promo coin.
So look,
Yes, please.
so look, check this out. My boy, he was like, look, Wayne, they got this new app coming out. It's called Tinder, right? You swipe right if you like him, you swipe left if you don't. And he gets like serious all of a sudden. He's like hyping me up. I'm like, nah. But he's like, look, when you have to use this app, you have to use that. And he gathers me and he looks me dead in my eye. He's like, when I want you to meet your wife on this app.
I know.
And he said it with so much conviction in
like
his soul. He said
that.
it with so much conviction in his soul. I was like, whoa. Like it startled me for a minute, but I knew to take it very seriously. And then he was like, I want you to meet your wife on this app. He's like, you believe me? I was like, yeah, I believe you. And then he's like, let's gather our powers and just release it into the universe.
I like how y'all think.
Bruh.
And you found and manifested her.
Bruh. So do you want to tell us?
Do you want to hear my story? Because like I said, I believe the stars had to align.
We gotta create a men's circle group or something.
Seriously, we do. Seriously do.
Because we need it.
You know, my story.
So yeah, give me your version of how y'all.
I had visited America for the first time. I have family all over America, and my first stop was New York City because that was the plan. I was going to be in New York City for 2 weeks. I'm going to paint the town red. I had a cousin who was in University of Boston, and she was off on holiday, I think vacation, and she says to me, "You're coming to New York for what? 2 weeks? Nah. Let's go to Texas," because I have family in Texas as well. And she's like, "Let's go to Texas and visit auntie and uncle and cousins." And I'm like, "Texas? Who wants to go to Texas? Cows and cowboys and like what?" And she took like about 5 minutes to convince me. She's like, "Listen, if you go back to the UK, you can tell people you've been to two states, New York and Texas. Just think about it." I'm like, actually, that's a good point, right? So my story is
so you hadn't even been?
I had never been. So this is even more. That's when I believe in the power of manifestation. And
that's what this was.
I believe in that so much. And
y'all was manifesting each other.
Yeah, I was praying for my wife.
That's crazy.
Before I met my wife, I was praying for this woman. I was like, you know what, God, this is what I want in a wife. I want a beautiful woman from Africa. It's gonna teach me a lot. Gonna grow me. Is gonna inspire.
He tells me that I'm like, you're making up shit. It's no way, but it makes sense from what happened next. So I arrived in Dallas. I remember this like yesterday. It was on a Sunday like today. I arrived at 3:00. My aunt picks me up from the airport, takes me home. And I remember driving so many hours, it felt like, to get home. And then she said, since it's your first time in Texas, we're taking you out. We're going to go eat dinner. So around 7:00, we get off the house. We drive for an hour. I was like, how big is Texas? Restaurant.
Huge.
I know. So 3:00, just take the timing, 3:00. By the time we arrived at the restaurant, about 8:00 or whatever. And next to me is my cousin, the one who's saying, "Come to Texas, blah, 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 blah." And I'm sitting next to my cousin, Nikki, and she's like on her phone, and I'm seeing just different men. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, we're raised in a very like strict Catholic sort of household. So I know that she's, what are these men that she's been, and she lies to me. And I'm so gullible, and I swallow the lie. She says to me, "Oh, it's like Facebook." She doesn't tell me it's a dating app. She tells me it's like Facebook. It's an app that you can.
Oh, you didn't even fucking know what was going on.
I didn't even know what Tinder was. She says to me, it's an app that you can meet people around the area. So she shows me, like, you just connected with your Facebook profile. Look at me. I'm selling myself. "Hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm in the U.S.
I hate that part. Oh, my God. The process is like, you know what?
I know, right?
And then I download it again the next week.
First, you guys, I didn't even know how it works. I said, "So what do I do?" She said, "Put it on 10 miles." So I only put 10 miles from the restaurant, because apparently you can put up to 100 miles.
Yeah, anybody trying to go too far.
Yes, I put 10 miles. And at this time, it's about 8:30 at night. And I matched with 2 other guys before my husband. And they were like, "Hey, sexy, blah, blah." And I'm like, so bearing in mind, I didn't know it's a dating app. So when they were like sexual with me, and I'm like, what's going on with America?
What's going on? They're trying to get it in.
So my cousin's like, just try. You'll connect with somebody. I'm telling you, as of today, I think she must have been really having fun. So Wayne was the third guy, and when I finally saw his profile, I was like, neuroscience student. I'm like, okay, he's intelligent, so we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
I like intelligence, But then I was like, because of the two of us guys, I was so wary to like, should I say it right? Should I? And then he had put a picture, obviously at that time I didn't know, of his niece on his profile. So I didn't know it was his niece. And I was thinking, does he have a child? Like, who is this young girl with him? Like, you start thinking things in your head.
Right.
And then there's another gentleman. I'm like, okay, maybe this is the older brother or something.
Yeah.
Like, I was just trying to piece up the puzzle.
So y'all matched, and then y'all
matched.
decided to meet.
Basically, we matched, and he was complete 360. He was not like, sexy and all that.
No.
Completely 360. And we started talking, and I remember him teaching me about basketball. There was like a match going on at that time, and we were talking from dinner time until like 3 in the morning.
Oh wow, that's dope. That's a connection.
And this is for like 5 days straight.
Before we met
physically. Yeah.
And
y'all built the relationship and enough trust to get married and move to Mexico, start businesses. And I think this is a very beautiful thing.
Thank you.
Give me a celebrity that you would like to play in chess.
So there's so many people I was thinking about, like, who would I like to play in chess? So I was thinking, I found out recently that Ray Charles played chess. So Ray Charles, blind. So I'm sure he's actually
that would be an amazing
good.
Yeah.
So like if I could have played Ray Charles, or if I could play Ray Charles in chess, I would love to play him in chess. I'm sure he sees the world completely different than how we see the world. It would be a pleasure to do that. Yeah.
So and then where do you see yourself in your business, within the next 5 years? Because I feel like you're probably gonna find, your other why and get some things going too. But where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
That's a really good question. I'm also a real estate agent. I think I mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, you did.
I think I see my real estate portfolio more established here in Mexico and abroad. This day and age, we see it's more and more important to invest abroad as opposed to in our home country. Me and your home country. I see Lottie's Morzel flourishing as the go-to place for East African cuisine.
Wow.
Like, I see us having restaurants wherever we want to, like anywhere across the world, good places, great establishments, great locations, everything. And in addition, I see myself being successful in whichever entrepreneurial endeavor I choose, to be honest.
Whichever one, all of them.
All of them. Sometimes I may wake up and spirit may tell me, look at this, research this. And then I may feel a certain way and decide to invest here. Put my money there, and then before you know it, I share it with my wife, and we come together with great business ideas, and then we just watch it build from there.
Yeah, that's it. Just investing and holding and watching it develop and grow, and that's really the move right now. And if this is not working, you got 5 or 6 or 7 other things that's flourishing. So a win is a win. And even if that doesn't work out how you expect it, take the expectations out of it. And just the fact that you learned a new skill, or you learned a new trade, or that you was able to pass that off to somebody else who might have needed that, or who didn't have any experience in a specific area, and now you're able to educate them in a specific area that was foreign to them. You can sell it. Create an ebook on everything I learned and I perfect, or that I become good at or master. I create an ebook for it.
That's true.
And they all on my website. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's, and I teach my people too, outside of just selling them shit every day. You know what I'm saying? I don't just sell them shit. I'm going to empower them regardless of whether they purchase the shit or not. That's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, Benji the Rules, YouTube Mafia, I might be in TC. Oh, that's all Facebook is gonna get. If you want to see the rest, go to YouTube. So this was a dope interview, and I think it was great for our people to see another couple, another group that is in a different part of Mexico that is thriving. And we also want y'all to understand that Mexico is not the end all be all. Yes, we love it here. Yes, we love where it's at. We love doing business and developing here, but we are also doing business and developing in other countries. Definitely in Africa, definitely in Brazil, definitely in Bali, Indonesia. We have people in other countries. We have people everywhere. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big thing right
Yes.
Yes.
now. And
Very.
to be in position
Thank you.
to have answered the call,
Amen. Yes.
to have put in the work
Amen.
in adversity, during slander, during disrespect, during being attacked, being cheated, being scammed, being finessed, throughout it all, and still continuing to walk in your purpose.
Thank you. Amen.
We are unstoppable.
Thank you.
History in the making, people.
I believe that. Yeah.
Received it.
Continue doing what y'all doing. Continue putting in the work. I know it be a lot sometimes. It's a lot that comes with it. Too much is given, much is required.
Right.
We're not gonna get along with everybody. Everybody's not gonna like you. Everybody's not gonna support you. Everybody's not gonna move how you move. Everybody ain't gonna put up with certain bullshit. Some people will. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't make anybody better than, less than, equal to. Because we all trying to find our way. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just gonna say that they weren't in alignment with my wishes at the time or with my qualities at, because we all change. Shit changes. Some shit just ain't gonna change. I'm not saying I ain't finna no. Some shit I ain't. Boundaries is necessary. There's nothing wrong with setting healthy boundaries. Where I want y'all to know that too. So let the people know again who y'all are, where y'all from, and what's next.
So again, I'm Wayne. I'm from Texas. I encompass so much, spirit right now, operating at a high frequency every single day. Thanks to this beautiful woman next to me. Every day, I try to be the best version of myself, achieve the next task, and then I just go from next to next to next. And yeah, that's who I am. Who are you, babes?
I am many things. I'm an infinite being to start with, and in this avatar called Lottie Furlow right now, I am a culinary artist, Chef Lottie of Lottie's Mozo. I originally was born in Kenya, motherland Africa, grew up in the UK, and now living in
Motherland.
Motherland.
And now I live in this beautiful paradise we call Merida in Mexico, and truly grateful each and every day to have my life partner, my soulmate, my best friend here right next to me every day. And the community we're building, as Benji said, Benji has been a truly wonderful friend. We haven't even met in person, and look where we are now. We are doing great things. Benji spoke in the beginning and said it's about empowering each other. I believe in that. I believe in literally, we are going to be the best versions of ourselves if only we start with us.
That's right.
And
I tell you, for real.
you know, when you break someone down, you're not only breaking them, you're breaking yourself. Because we're all connected.
We all are. I swear.
It's a collective conscious in all of us, and we're all so powerful. We're such powerful beings. We're infinite.
And if people could really understand, like, okay, just even with certain shit, even with certain posts that you make, or like certain stuff that you share online, you're putting out a specific energy in the post. Like I'm guilty of it. I ain't listen, I don't always come on here. Oh, it's love and light. Oh no, I'm gonna read you too every now and then. I'm gonna read you. I'm definitely gonna read you, especially if it's some shit. Because I want you to read me too if it's some bullshit. Read me, goddamn it. I ain't perfect. But certain shit though, seriously, when you put it out, people see it and people comment it, and every person that sees it or comment, that energy that you put out in that post has been transferred to them. So now, if somebody was thinking about doing business with that person, if somebody was thinking about moving there, if somebody was thinking about finding real estate in that area, if somebody was thinking about clicking up with this community, if somebody was thinking about partnering or doing, now, although a brand speaks for itself now, I'm standing 10 toes on mine. I don't give a fuck what kind of slander come through. Who say what, bitch? I don't give a fuck. The work speaks for itself. But you have not, for people who might not have been exposed to me or who are just becoming exposed to me, you have just shifted some of their perceptions into a moment that you might have had, and you might have been the fuck, you know what I'm saying? You might have been the problem. But now you got, you know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of the energy that you put out, you know what I'm saying, about certain situations. Like I said, we don't need anybody seeing us attacking each other. Like this, we're in a whole nother country, bro. We should be able to come together and support one another and not have any ill intent or malice. Of course, certain things do need to be exposed, but it's the way that you do things. You know what I'm saying? Like I know when I grew up, I had so many aunts and uncles. When shit happened amongst them, we didn't know about it. We didn't know shit. Half the time when we used to go to family gatherings, you used to be so damn quiet. We'll talk about everybody else, but shit that's going on in the in-house, nobody on that. These aren't things that you post on social media or that you try to, especially if we're in the process of building something or if we're being held in high regard or in high position. So I don't know. To each his own. Thank y'all so much for being a part of the Real Right Show. Let everybody know how they can follow you on all social media platforms.
Okay, you can follow me in so many ways actually.
Give them all of them.
You can follow me on Instagram, Lottie's Moselle, TikTok, YouTube. We have a channel together with me and my husband about Mexico, showcasing our life here. Lottie and Win at Lottie and Win. You can find that on IG, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. Personally, my personal page on Facebook is Lottie Furlow or Lottie's Moselle, and also we do, like Benji said, we do luxury intimate events, and it's called Harambe Luxury Experience, and you can follow that as well on Facebook.
Absolutely.
Follow them online, and check their YouTube channel, check their websites, check their social media pages, check out their episode that they just did on HGTV, House Hunters International. Stay tuned. We are just getting the fuck started.
Thank you. That's right.
It was a pleasure having y'all. We will definitely do an update, and you never know, she just might be a chef at my motherfucking party. Y'all have a good one, and it was a pleasure speaking with y'all. Y'all have a good one. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Peace. Bye, Benji.
Benji, the Rule Street Suit, the Mafia, I Mob, ENT CEO. We are live in full effect. That was another episode of The Real Right Show with Lottie and Win Furlow, who are located in Merida, Mexico. It is a beautiful thing seeing our people in position, executing and walking in their purpose. Stay tuned. Again, everybody who is here or who is coming for Pride, safe travels, be on point. Don't be out here looking stupid in public, because it's finna be turned. Okay, so be safe, have fun, safe travels. Okay, to and fro. Birthday coming up. Support your people. Connect. Movers and shakers, make it happen. Play your position. Okay, keep the bullshit off Facebook. Okay, off of social media. Come on here with the bullshit. I'm gonna try not to, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's focus. Let's get it. All right, Benji the Roots, with the Mafia. I'm IVNT CEO. We are live in the full effect. Artists, be ready Wednesday, Wild Out Wednesday. Pull up and shut up. Let's go.